Welcome to Positive Energy with Crystals. My name's Hillary, and I am so excited to finally do this video. This is the Crystal Keys Tarot. Now, I'm so hyper. Celina showed this video, and that was a walkthrough, and she did an interview. I'm so distracted. I cannot focus. Celina did a walkthrough video. I will post that, if I can find it, in the description. And then she interviewed the author, I guess is what you would say, Dina Rosenberg, sorry. And then you can see artwork is by Amelia Drews. But that was during I had to take a social media break, and that's when I got really far behind on videos, and I cannot believe I missed, I'm so upset that I missed that live, but it's okay. I watched it. It was amazing. I loved it. I bought the deck. And then, now you know that when I do deck reviews, I buy the deck, and then I work with it for a while, and then I let you know what I think. This deck, this is the first crystal themed tarot deck I have. There's a couple others that have like crystals in them that I want to try, but with those it's hard because in those decks they usually have the crystal that like represents that card, and sometimes I don't know. It's hard to figure out how they figured out that card represented it. This deck is more along the theme of like when I did the crystal recommendations for fictional characters, and I did all the characters from the tarot deck. I am just so distracted. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea to record right now. Anyway, so I did crystals that can help those characters. And I will put a link to probably just the first one. I used Lisa Pepez's book to come up with recommendations. And that's similar to what this deck is like. This guidebook is so good. There were instances where I was going through the deck and I would see a crystal. I'm turning the light up. It's kind of dark. And I didn't really understand why she chose that crystal for that card. And then I read her description and it totally made sense. She gives a good description, and then she gives, oh, you can't really see, an affirmation, and then kind of keywords for in the reading, and then this little thing for a little just kind of quick thing about the crystal. And this deck, this is going to be one of those decks that I understand and I pull out when things are weird and I need to understand better. I want to do this crystal grid spread. I was actually going to do it before just to kind of talk about it, and I totally got distracted. So I haven't done that yet. And most of this is like, so here's the Fool, and then everything else is about the deck, and then a little bit about the author and the illustrator, and I'm just so happy. We need to get started because I'm just gonna sit here and ramble, so we need to get going. You can see there's not a bad glare, which is good. It shuffles great. I would show you. I'm not going to talk too much about shuffling because I'll have the urge to pick it up. I have put this deck in order 3 times now to do this video, and then I'm like, ooh, I want to shuffle that deck because it's so nice to shuffle, and then I shuffle it, and then, well, then I have to do it again to do this video. So there's the image, and then the name of the card. Can you see that? And then the crystal that goes along with it. It's just, I love it. Some of the other decks I've seen too that are tarot themed will just put like the Fool, and then you have to guess or go to the book to see what crystal it is. It's on there, and that, I think that it's just amazing. Oh, let me show you the backs. See the back? A little shinier. Okay, now let's just go through this deck because I'm just gonna keep rambling. So there's the Fool. And they chose Golden Labradorite. Magician is Rainbow Fluorite, which is great. I should have looked. I can't remember if I chose Fluorite for the Magician when I did that video, but that's a really good one. High Priestess, Selenite. That's a great choice for High Priestess. Empress, Cryatsl. I haven't worked a lot with Cryatsl. I had some little pieces, but also, actually, I do have some big pieces in storage too. And then I've got some that are mixed with malachite, and that's called Melacola. Anyway, stay focused. Pyrite for the Emperor, which is really good. Hierophant is Petersite. I don't think I even own any. I've seen it. I don't know much about it. Petersite. The Lovers, Ametrine, which is a mix of amethyst and citrine. That's a really good one. Chariot is carnelian. It's a good choice. Strength is black tourmaline. I agree with that. Wheel of Fortune is, they put Amalite. I've always known it as Ammonite, but it's the same thing. Justice, blue kyanite. I need to record my blue kyanite video. Which should air before this video. The Hanged one is Bloodstone. That's a good one. Death Charite. And that one, I had to read the book, and I understand it now. I have Charite, but I haven't worked with it much. Hermit, Labradorite. I wouldn't have thought of putting Labradorite with the Hermit. At least I don't think I did. But it totally makes sense. Temperance, Smoky Quartz. That's going to be my June crystal. This video, I think, will come out in May. I think. The Devil, Black Obsidian. I'm glad they put Black Obsidian on the Devil and not on Death. I've seen a lot of decks where they put Black Obsidian on Death, and I don't agree with that one. Tower, Moldavite. That's a good one. I don't know that I'll ever work with Moldavite. I don't like the feeling of it, and that's the way it reacts to me. I've never actually held it in my hand, but I've been near it, and I didn't like the feel. Star, Lapis Lazuli. That's a good one. And you know, when I first started working with this deck. Where'd it go? I thought they should have used lapis lazuli for justice instead of the star. But after working with blue kyanite for this past month, blue kyanite was the perfect justice. It was good. The moon's black moonstone. Sun, citrine, yes, perfect choice. Judgment is septarian. I have some really cool pieces of septarian. The world, rose quartz, that was interesting. I would have never thought of rose quartz for the world, and after reading the guidebook, I like that choice. Alright, now we're getting into the minor. Ace of Wands is sunstone. Two of Wands, tangerine quartz. Three of Wands is wolfenite. Four of Wands, crazy lace agate. I thought that was a really good choice. Five of Wands, red jasper. Six of Wands is vanadinite. Seven of Wands, Heliodor. I've never heard of that one before. Eight of Wands, Spessartine garnet. Spessartine. Nine of Wands, desert jasper. Ten of Wands, black kyanite. I really like that image. Knight of Wands, orange kyanite. Page of Wands, rutil in quartz, also known as rutilated quartz. Queen of Wands, almandine garnet. King of Wands, ruby. Ace of Cups, rainbow moonstone, which is, I really like that. Two of Cups, pink sapphire. Three of Cups, emerald. I really like the Cups images. Four of Cups, angel aura quartz, and I really like that they added an aura quartz in. Five of Cups, rhodochrosite. It's a great image. Six of Cups, kunzite. I don't think I have any kunzite. Seven of Cups, abalone shell. I need to figure out a way to... I got earrings I could carry for a month to work with abalone shell for a month. Eight of Cups, pink opal. Nine of Cups, pink tourmaline. Good choice. 10 of Cups, morganite. Page of Cups, opal. Knight of Cups, Herkimer diamond. Queen of Cups, pre-night. It's funny thing is, there's some of the images in this deck that you just look at it and automatically I know that's pre-night. So they did a really good job with their images. Like this one, I can tell it's rhodonite. King of Cups, rhodonite. And even though some of the stripes are fish, it's definitely a rhodonite stripe. Ace of Swords, Amethyst. Yes. Two of Swords. This is going to be a hard one. Dumortierite. I've never been able to say that one. Three of Swords, Apache Tears. This was a good one. I really like this one. Four of Swords, Aquamarine. This was another one that I was kind of on the fence about, but after reading, it made sense. Five of Swords, Blue Sapphire. Six of Swords, Larimer. Seven of Swords, Turquoise. I love that image. That reminds me, I need to pull out a piece of turquoise to take on my trip. Eight of Swords, Blue Chalcedony. Nine of Swords, White Howlite. Ten of Swords, Hematite. Knight of Swords, Iolite. Page of Swords, Amazonite. Queen of Swords, Alexandrite. That's the image that was on the box. King of Swords, Tanzanite. And now Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, Tiger's Eye. That's a good one. Two of Pentacles, Green Aventurine. Three of Pentacles, Zinzite. I've never heard of that one. Four of Pentacles, Petrified Wood. Five of Pentacles, Cheese. I don't know how to say it. Keystolite? Whatever. I don't know that one. Six of Pentacles, Green Calcite. Seven of Pentacles, Ocean Jasper. Ocean Jasper is amazing. Eight of Pentacles, Flower Agate. Nine of Pentacles, Bumblebee Jasper. Ten of Pentacles, Green Jade. Page of Pentacles, Garnierite. Knight of Pentacles, Moss Agate. Yes, I love that one. Queen of Pentacles, Malachite. Another good one. And King of Pentacles, Gold. Now, I will show you the one thing I don't like about this deck. And I'm sure there's going to be some people that disagree with me. I don't like the gilding. I'm not a big gilding, like the shiny, because it comes off. And you can see I've shuffled it so much, it's coming off. I like the purple edging, but I wish it wasn't the shiny stuff that's coming off. But like I said, the shuffle, I can finally shuffle and not have to worry about putting it in reorder. It's amazing. And I love just shuffling this deck. I think it is my best shuffling deck. It's just fun. I really like this deck. Because of my connection with crystals, it makes understanding the deck a little easier. I've said before, okay, air conditioner break. I can't remember. That was a long one too. I love this deck. I love the matchup of the crystals to the cards. I love the shuffle. I love everything except for the gilding. But that's kind of a personal preference on my side. But to somebody, I have said many times in other videos that I am a very, very novice tarot reader. Really only read for myself, and even that is like easy stuff. I don't get into deep stuff. This deck and we've gone deep. And I think having the crystal connection, not necessarily, like, I don't know much about Desert Jasper. So I'm not going to pull up the Nine of Wands and just instantly know what it means by connecting Desert Jasper to it. But the guidebook is amazing, so I can look it up and understand it. And with just having the connection, when I read the guidebook, I think I understand it better. And then having the keywords that they chose was really, really good too. And this deck just, I don't know, is different than any deck I have. And it is definitely my, when I need to do some work kind of deck. You know, I need to get down and hear stuff that I don't want to hear, but kind of in like a more describe to me in a way that I will definitely understand. You know, I've got some decks that are kind of wishy-washy, and I don't like using because they don't give me a straight answer. This one gives me an answer and then kind of make sure I understand it. And I think that's the crystal connection to it. I love it. And like I was saying, this guidebook, I think we need to do some more. Oh, I turned right to Desert Jasper. Okay, so we're going to focus on Desert Jasper. So she gives her, like her experience, and then she mixes in other stuff. Like the Nine of Wands signifies that while you're almost there, the road to your end goal is littered with potholes, diversions, and struggles. This idea, this choice wasn't one that came easy. I should put my glasses on, I can't really see. Step after step, decision after decision, fight after fight, progress was made, and you got bumped and bruised in the process. But you can see you're almost there. And then the Nine of Wands steps in with one more obstacle. And it just keeps going on with such a great description. And then you've come this far without the old coat. But it's been a real fight to rebirth yourself. Now the universe, via the Nine of Wands, says one last time, do you want to put this coat back on? And right then and there, you take a stand. And then there's a little bit about Desert Jasper. Desert Jasper is a subtle powerhouse. It creates a smoldering fire in the belly of those who carry it, enabling you to meet challenges the Nine of Wands presents head on. While supporting confidence, it also provides comfort and security, allowing you to confidently move through life on your own terms. Life is consistently filled with challenges, but it's up to you how you meet them. Desert Jasper ensures you to do so with strength, courage, and a sense of measured calm. The affirmation is, I stand strong in my resilience and the lessons I have integrated by releasing the past and stepping forward boldly with courage and conviction. In a reading, the keywords are perseverance, resilience, and courage. And Desert Jasper creates a smoldering fire in the belly. Like I said, I didn't know much about Desert Jasper, but with using Desert Jasper in the description, I now understand. If I pull the Nine of Wands in a reading, I understand it better now. And I think it's like other theme decks. You find a theme that you really understand and enjoy, and the images make the cards make more sense to you. And I think this deck, because of the crystals connection, is that for me. I try not to use it like all the time, because I've got some other decks I really like, but when I don't know what deck to pull out, I get drawn to this one, and this is the one I want to use all the time. And which is a big deal, because I don't like using the same deck every week. I like to switch it out every week. And if I had to choose just one deck to keep, this would be it. And I love it. Everybody that has done a walkthrough of this deck, thank you. I watch every single one, even now that I own the deck. I still watch all the walkthroughs for it, because it's so fun to look at, and it's so much fun to hear other people's opinions. And I know everybody has, their own opinions, their own experiences, but it just seems like everybody's opinion and experience with this deck, whether you're a new reader, read all the time, read for other people, it just seems like everybody's experience with the Crystal Keys Tarot is just so similar, and I love that. And there's not many decks that are like that. Everybody's experience is different. There's things that people love, hate, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that hates the gilding, and I'm sorry, but I really don't like gilding. Usually it's because of shuffling, but this shuffle's pretty good, but I don't like how it's coming off. It bugs me. It makes me want to take a purple marker to it. But that's my only complaint. So I'm going to stop rambling about this deck that I love so much now and pick up the cards I just dropped out on the floor. And I'll probably go shuffle it some more off camera. And I'm sending you lots of positive energy, and I will see you next time.